Stream time in the city. Stream time in the city. What you got for me, Micah?
The two here for you.
No one
The third one after you.
Where's the first one? The one that has the bad PMIC. PMIC. We'll see if we can get this one working. Hopefully it doesn't take too long. Hot time in the city. What's up, Marway? Testicles. Testicles. Testicles 1 2. 1 2 testicles.
These two are out.
Yes, I'm. And that's the one on eBay, the bad LCD for the iPad mini. Mini 2, Mini 3. Hard times in the city.
How long ago did you order it?
Would have been a couple weeks ago. You ordered 2 more of them like the next week, I think. So it would have been the one before the 2 that you ordered. Lunch was delicious. My girlfriend is awesome. Ain't that right, girlfriend?
Mm-hmm.
Yep, that's right. Y'all best believe. Alright, so this iPad has a 3v3 short in the PMIC. So we will show that to you here. First we will get this in focus. Focus, you fuck. Thank you. Alright, so continuity mode, all that jazz. Rehot CPU, bro? No, I'm good. So this is the 3v3 line here. It goes through this coil or inductor, and there's a couple points under PMIC right about here that it goes to. This is ground side. This is positive side. That is 0 ohms short to ground. So we have a problem. So I injected voltage on this line thinking that maybe it was something else, and the only place that got hot was first the inductor got hot, and then a single point where the solder ball is on the line got hot right here on PMIC. So good chance is that PMIC is faulty, and we're going to try to replace it because the lady said she would pay if we could get it fixed. So we're going to do that.
Was it the last one I ordered or the first one? None of their tracking numbers on that channel.
What?
So none of the tracking numbers.
That's not the same.
Oh.
That packaging is a different one. I just threw it back in there so we wouldn't break the screen.
Oh.
That's packaging from the second one you ordered, but the first one is the one that was bad.
You don't have that?
No.
The very first one?
It's just the first one, yeah. You should be able to see it. Alright, so first things first, we're going to clear out some underfill. I don't know if I have a new PMIC for this one, so I might have to pull it off another board. I may have kept one. Let me see. I know I pulled one before. Yep. I think this is it right here, actually. Aha! So I have the PMIC I pulled before and reballed. So we're going to use this little guy. And hope it works. If not, I'll order some. She can wait. Does Ashley just come up in the afternoons? No, she hasn't felt well lately, so. We try to get her up here as much as she can. It makes it easier. She doesn't want to work for me, though.
You don't want to pay me.
It's lies. I've offered you money.
No.
I offered you my body. What?
What?
Micah,
What?
your mom came in earlier. It's been a long day.
Oh, it's over across the street with your mom. He's having a nice seafood dinner.
Seafood?
I don't even like seafood.
Cephalopods.
Eating cephalopods?
Eating cephalopods.
Do you want to return?
Seafloor cockroaches. That's what I call them.
Micah, your whole life is a seafloor cockroach.
Chris loves to eat seafloor cockroaches.
I do. I love lobsters.
Do you want to return the item?
Seafloor
Yes.
cockroaches.
Or get a new one, either way. I don't care. Stay down, Mr. Cap. I don't want you to come with me.
What? You said it's defective.
Yes. This capacitor really wants to come up with it. I know you all can't probably see a whole lot of this, but trust me, I am actually doing something. That cap came off too. Alright, so we got enough underfill cleared out there. What I'm going to attempt to do is just heat this up until I feel like it's pretty hot.
This is bad LCD.
Yep. Hey Mark, what's going on? Is this an iPad mini PMIC job? It is. So I'm going to try to get you in here with this camera. So pretty much, since this is unfilled, all I can do is get it up to a temperature I feel like it's liquid at, and then lift it. Pretty much it's all you can do. I'm going to try to lift it with my tweezers to avoid picking up a bunch of shit I don't want to. So I'm just going to heat it up. I'm going to add some flux. I'm going to watch the components around PMIC. Whenever they're floated, it should be ready to go. So I'm going to be poking at the components around this thing, seeing if they're liquid or not. Okay, seems like it's liquid. PMIC is up. I have not gotten it off the board though. Hopefully it doesn't solder itself back down. It feels like it did, so let's heat it up a little bit. We have knocked a few components, but not much. Let me see if I can get this off without fucking everything else. Okay, so we got a few components that are... Alright, looks like we lifted 3 pads, but hopefully those are NC. Looks like we lifted an inductor, a cap. That cap was already loose anyway when we started. And maybe a cap there, but I can replace that. Yeah, there's the cap there. We can put all that back though. So that was a pretty good lift. Nothing crazy. We're gonna go in and go ahead and hit this with some leaded solder so that this shit is more prone to cleaning easily. I'm gonna see if I can solder these coils back down real quick in this cap. I see another cap over there that I nudged. Hopefully when this goes liquid, it'll pull itself back in place. If it ever goes liquid. Come on, fucker. Liquefy. Liquefy. There it goes, starting to turn liquid. The ground side still hasn't gone liquid though. Now it has. That cap in there is still off his pads. Come on, baby. Why you gotta do me like that? Now the other one's off. Let's just pull the inductor and pull this inductor. These iPad boards take a tremendous amount of heat. Don't want to get the CPU too hot, which is not very far away. Swear to God. Small components are worse than larger components. They just don't want to take their place. I'm over here trying to keep my hands out of the heat, and I'm going to end up fucking this whole thing up. It's very hot right now, by the way, where my hand is. Fuck it. Let's see if I can get in here with my hot tweezers and fix some of this. Very hot on the hands, very, very hot. Get out of the way, camera. Alright. Let's try to place these coils back on. Take a turtle chip off an iPhone 7 home button and put it on another home button to make Touch ID work. Touch ID is not tied to the turtle chip. Only touch function of the home button is. So no. Replacing the turtle IC on a different button will not make the Touch ID work. It will make the home button touch function proper. When the home button press function, whatever you want to call it. But it will not make Touch ID work. We actually have a video on this channel if you'd like to watch it of a turtle IC repair. Turtle IC is a pretty much like a Touch IC. It's made to sense the touch when you press the home button. What the fuck is this shit? Where does this come from? Get in there, Flux. Do your thing.
everything in Anthony's box?
The first thing, yeah.
This one?
I've already shipped out the other one, yeah. Alright, so we got everything back into place. We got these down here actually. See if we can get these into place. Big solder ball right there in the way. We'll let that coil cool. Got the G4? Cool. We're sending out the iPad now, the one you sent in, and then we'll send out these other ones, the other iPads. We're doing them hopefully today or tomorrow. We'll have those out. I've got some other mail-in stuff I gotta do too. Gotta finish Lauren's up. I'm gonna do those on stream so we can, because they're most likely gonna be mostly NAND repairs, so I think it'll be interesting to do on stream. That cap, the pads on the cap are dry, so I'm going to come back to that later. Honestly, that cap can probably be off and we'll still be okay. Alright, so first things first here. CPU's not very hot, so that's good. We need to come in here with some leaded solder and clean up our area. So we're going to load up our large tip with some leaded, and we want to just very easily go across these. Be mindful of our giant solder ball poking out the back here. Looks like we might have a lifted pad there. I don't know if it's needed. It looks like it may be NC. Okay, I'm going to get rid of a little bit of the leaded blob so I can get in here tighter. Okay, now let's use our tweezers, see if we can get in here in these corners. And we'll do a quick cleanup, and we'll check and see which pads have been lifted. Most of them so far look like they're NC, so happy with that. Don't want to lift any more, like we just lifted a pad there. That looks like an NC pad also, but I don't want to lift NC pads or pads in general. Let's see if we can use our large tip and clean this out some. Okay, so what I'm doing is going with my iron across the board. Very, very light pressure. Just trying to feel where the underfill is and taking my iron and just rubbing across the underfill to lift it.
How are y'all?
Good.
I'm Jordan. David sent me. Actually, I told David I was coming.
Yeah, about the iPhone 6.
Yeah.
Alright. Do you know if you turned on any of the GPS location or anything?
Turned on?
Yeah. Because
No.
I'm trying to figure out what's causing my amp draw, but...
I mean, typically the only thing that... I mean, like when I use like Google Maps or whatever, right? But
yeah.
I'm pretty adamant about turning all that crap off.
Okay.
And I told David I had checked all that. So what happened is... well, I don't know if this is what happened, but my wife's friend had this little fan
Okay.
like plugged into the charging port,
Okay.
and for some reason after I plugged that in, it was just like the whole thing. Like that's something with that thing is what caused my issue, I think.
Okay, because I replaced the chip that usually is affected by those things, and it didn't change anything.
Oh, really?
I've got one other chip I can change, but it seemed like almost when I took off the chip that controls like the cell signal and the GPS and stuff, it seemed like it stopped jumping around so much. And
Oh, is that right?
that's what I was wondering, if maybe that was turned on. But if you make sure that it's turned off, I doubt that's what it is then.
When I get it, I mean, there's probably a couple location services things going, but
Okay. Alright then, well I guess that kind of answers that question. I'll check it out. I'll replace one of the other chips and see
okay.
what it does, but if that's not it, I'm really not sure what would be causing it. How fast was it draining?
I would say within 3 hours, it was pretty much done.
Okay. Alright, well, I'll check it out then and see what I can figure out then.
Okay.
I thought maybe it was GPS or something, but...
I mean, and when we turn it on and check it, I mean...
let me see. All I've got is the board, so...
Okay. Y'all stay pretty busy, I guess?
Yep. Alright, splitting up right now. Yeah, those fans usually spell death
What's
for
that?
iPhones. See if it's gonna calm down and stop or not.
Or Droid or Apple, either one better built, in your opinion, or are they all about the same?
Some of them are a little better for us to work on, but most of them are all made the same.
Yeah.
So it should sit right about here. It'll bounce up and down just a little bit, but then it should settle out. It shouldn't go, it should never jump back up to 300, but that's what it was doing.
And you don't know what would cause that?
It's like handing you a photo of a bunch of people and saying pick somebody out. I mean,
Yeah.
it can be a crapshoot as to what it is.
That sucks.
There's one other chip I can replace, but I don't know that necessarily would be causing this. But it's a actual charging chip that does the voltage regulation. But I wouldn't think that it would be bad. But who knows?
I think he put a new charger port in.
Yeah, you put a new charge port in. It's taking forever to calm down.
Bless you.
Yeah.
He just does that for attention.
Does he?
That's his quiet sneeze. His loud sneeze is the
You all
attention.
you all work on phones as well?
Mhm.
Nice.
I don't as much as I used to.
You're just
now
the
that
boss?
Now that Mike
You're
is
the
here,
boss?
pretty much of him.
Boss of him.
It's still bouncing around. I don't know what it's doing. Usually it'll hang out about 30 milliamps per minute.
Never had one do this, huh?
I've had one.
Really?
Yeah, but I've already checked what was wrong with it, with yours, and it's not the same. The one we had a 200 milliamp constant draw, was draining the battery within a few hours. Pulled it open and found a piece of metal that came out of the screw hole that landed inside one of the connectors
Gotcha.
and was shorting 2 pins out.
Have you already billed Anthony and Matt?
Yeah. Yep. They're all paid.
Most your stuff local, or do you get stuff from anywhere?
We have mail in for everywhere.
Oh, do you really?
Mhm.
Oh, that's cool.
We got
Everywhere from
Pennsylvania and
Texas, Florida.
North Carolina.
David, so you do that stuff on YouTube as
Yep.
well?
Yeah, we actually have a
He's on there.
I have a stream right now. I muted it earlier
Oh.
when we were talking. Yeah, see, it's still doing it. It went down to 20 milliamps and jumped back up to 300. Let's see if it bounces up again.
Don't open those. 'Cause I'll start eating something.
They're still technically good. I
Are they
bought
last
them.
year's?
I bought them whenever my cousin was selling them. It was this year, but
Oh yeah, they're good then.
Yeah,
Yeah,
they're
it's
good.
it's still not doing what it normally should. So I'm gonna have to try to work on it a little more.
Okay.
I'll shoot David a message when I get it figured out, and I think he's gonna throw it back together if I get it figured out or not.
Okay.
But I'll let him know.
Do you need my code anymore or no?
No. No.
Okay.
Nope.
Like I said, the only thing I got on there is in my notes. I've got like every password
Yeah,
in
I
my
don't-
entire life, and it's just like,
Nope.
I probably won't even give them to my dad.
Now that all
You know
the
what I mean?
GPS stuff's off, I'm not really worried about that. I don't think
Okay.
it's GPS related then.
Okay.
I'll let you know what I figured out though.
Okay. Thank y'all.
No problem.
Appreciate y'all. Have a good night.
You too.
Thank you.
How much is the iPad Mini 2 home button? Do you do that?
Mini 2 home button? Yeah.
$5 million.
45.
Okay.
Alright, so we need to wick this one. If I can find my wick. There it is. So what's up, Christopher? That iPhone 6 that I was talking to him about has a higher amp draw than it should while it's off, and it's causing the battery to drain, and I'm not sure what it is. I thought it was TriStar because he talked about that stupid fan that everybody plugs in that ends up destroying TriStar, and I've already replaced TriStar and it's still not working properly. So alright, so we're going to put that on, put our coin over our CPU, and now we're going to take our wick and we're going to wick up what we can, and then see if any of these pads that are lifted are necessary. And if they are, actually I see one right now that's lifted that's necessary, so we'll have to run a jumper, and hopefully we can jumper any missing pads. The iPad mini is a fickle bitch to do this on. PMIC underfill. I think I got too aggressive with my underfill cleaning. I can see a spot where I kind of dug the board a little. So far it looks like I've got one trace that I'll have to run a little jumper on, but I think it'll be okay. A little bit of conformal coating I think will cover it and hold it in place. Alright, so the pads are all wicked down. Let's clean this out and see what we have. Turn it up so I can hear the donations. Alright, time for some inspection. Okay, so it looks like we have possibly two pads there. No, we got two. We got one here, one here. Looks like that one possibly two. Yeah, this one here, it's three. Let's see, any others? That's NC. I'm going to pull up ZXW to see if these ones in the center NC, they look NC. So it looks like we have three pads that are lifted, which isn't terrible. We can run our jumpers, they should be fine. I was hoping for none. The first one we did had no lifted, well, it had lifted NC pads, but no needed pads. But that underfill is a pain in the dick. Boo 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 boo. Open up the schematic.
Bobby sent the utility bill, so I'm just gonna go ahead and write the check for all of it.
Okay. iPad Mooney.
It's close enough.
Alright, let's see who's NC and who's not. Show me your NC pads. Alright, let's see. Okay, this one's actually NC right here, so that's good. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, this is NC. All of these are NC. All of these are NC. This is NC. What about you? Oh no. I think we fucked ourselves. Looks like this one here. Let's see if I can see it. Yep, that one right there. Looks like it goes to a via. What is it? That's the question. Actually, no. That one's NC also. Well, hot damn. There we go. I was looking at it wrong. Yeah, so that's NC also. So yeah, we only have... Or we have 1 or 2 lines that are bad. We have 2 lines we have to make a jumper for. So that's good. 2 lines. 2 lines. Let's go ahead and make those jumpers. And cover up what we don't need exposed. And then put our PMIC back on. Let's see what happens. Do you have the X-Acto, Mike?
Yeah.
Let me see that.
Someone just posted the house.
We got
across me
Toshiba.
On one of the little bowling green things. I want to post on there. Must like heavy metal and also I'll throw dead animals in your backyard.
There's a Toshiba up here that needs OS installed.
Alright.
This one.
Yep.
Yeah.
I could have done that. I can do that. I'm gonna go pee.
Okay, so there's our trace for that pad. And then our trace for this pad is right here. Okay, so we're going to run 2 little short jumpers there and put down some conformal coating. Your quadcopter name B. Your quadcopter racing name should be Napoleon Ass Cream. Napoleon Ass Cream. World famous quadcopter racer Napoleon Ass Cream. I lost my wire. A little tiny wire. Pull any important pads? Yeah, I pulled 2. But we can make jumpers for them. Not a big dildo. Oh, I found my wire. It's right in front of me. My little tiny wire. Tiny wire. Alright, so let's put our jumper wire down here. I'm going to go ahead and tin up my wire. Enough solder there to make it stick to each other, so I have to put a little bit on the tips here. There we go. That is one jumper made. Let's see if we can cut it off without lifting the trace. Probably the most nerve-wracking part of it is just breaking off that little tail end on small traces like that.
Need data off this, or is it just need format?
See if you can pull data, but I doubt it. Like, it's just not even booting up at all. I think the drive's dead personally. Alright, so we got our two jumpers made. Now we need to clean this up and do some conformal coating. Just did a PMIC on a 5S that needed 5 jumpers, but it worked. That's good, David. It's awesome.
Good job.
I just poured acetone on myself. That's pretty awesome work. We got one pad there that's got a little bit of a NC pad stuck to it. Take that off. Okay, so queso. Let's get any stray fibers out of here. Get our two jumpers there. Now let's do some conformal coating action. Should you spell it correctly? You spell it however you want. OBS crashed. Well, get over yourself. I posted on the help forum to see if anybody knew what the possible solution for this is. Haven't heard anything yet, but I think one of the cameras may be fucked. If it is, I'm going to send it back and give me another one.
Chris, I read it.
Is it good? Alright, so everybody else looks good there.
I don't think it's going to let me see anything in it. It says all drives, all the folders are empty.
I think he said he was trying to reformat it, maybe.
Well, then he erased everything.
Did he wipe it all?
Yeah.
Okay. I think he said he was trying to reinstall Windows or something and it fucked up. Alright, Open Broadcaster, you just keep that to yourself and keep on streaming. Some days I can't seem to friction break those tiny wires. You know, surgical scissors. I usually use a. Oh, we had a donation and didn't make any sound. Oh, it was $2. What?
Oh, I thought there was a $5.
That was two. Well, that was £2, I think.
Oh, but on PayPal, but someone said $5.
Yeah, earlier they did. Thank you. I didn't even catch who donated that one. Thank you, though. It's supposed to play notification for any donation, but it didn't. Do 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 do. That should be cured. Cured. Yep, looks good. So I'm going to take my blade here, shape up the pad. Alright. I guess it's time to see what's going to happen, if it's going to work or not. If our reballed PMIC is worthy of function or not. I'm going to check orientation on this one. Okay, A1 is in the top left. So that's A1. So this is our leaded reballed PMIC that we pull off another board. Actually, I want to see if that line's still short. That might be a good thing to know. Nope, they're short now. So that's good. It's ground. That's power side, so that's all good. Let's put down a thin layer of flux. Okay. Let's place our PMIC.
Brandon's house is super pretty.
Yeah, it's huge.
I know. And
It's expensive too.
200,000.
Mm-hmm.
That's not like, that's cheaper than houses around here for that size.
No, it's not.
But,
It's only 1,700 square feet.
oh, I thought it was bigger than that.
No.
You got a lot of painting to do.
Oh yeah.
It's so yellow.
That's what I said. I was like,
Every
oh,
room.
that's very yellow. He's like, yes, every room is yellow.
Yeah, he showed me all
Where's
the
it at? What
pictures.
is it?
It's
It's
like
in-
6 miles from downtown Nashville.
Oh.
Brandon, his offer was accepted. I wonder how much you got it for.
200 and something.
Oh,
That's
so
what
it was more.
Yeah, the bank appraised it, and they went off the bank appraisal,
Oh.
and the bank appraised it at if it was fixed up, it would be worth about 270 or 260 right in that range. They appraised it like 220 as it sat because it needed some work.
Like it's missing a lot of the front shoulders, and then it needs like.
David,
Thanks for teaching. Great mix.
thanks, man. Appreciate it. Alright, let's see if we have accomplished anything or if our iPad still doesn't work. We're gonna find out. We're gonna learn today. You gonna learn today, boy. Let's make sure our shields are bent in a way that they're not going to be touching something. It looks I don't know if that's an optical illusion or if it's actually off center. It melted. I don't think that's off center. think I might be psyching myself out. I don't know.
So Steph said it would be $40 to refurb that Samsung screen, which I don't think she'll end up bringing it. So, but if she did,
That's cheap.
yeah.
$40. Let's check her short.
How much would
No
you
short.
charge? Because you're
No short. I wouldn't charge her anything.
Will you replace the charge port? Oh, no. So charge port 65 and screen is 40.
Oh, you're talking about the.
The
I thought you were talking about Tracy.
No, Samsung. The girl that messaged.
Yeah, tell her to be 105.
For both.
Yeah. Alright, so we don't have any shorts. Let's see what it does on DC power supply. I'm just going to inject voltage into it and see if it gets hot as shit or something, or doesn't look right. I'm just going to hook it straight up to the board and then touch my lead to the power rail and see what happens. It's pulling normal amperage, 0.02, which is, it's not showing any high amp draw, so that's good. It definitely shorts out when you short it out though. Micah, do you have the frame and the LCD for that one? Let me see it. 1, 2. What's up, Rodrigo? 44, 736, 1 minute. Micah, what is this? What is this, Micah?
Shell.
You're a shell of your former self.
What used to be a man.
Now you're a woman.
You can't join the military.
You can't.
Our president said so.
He did. He's in part of the He-Man Woman Hater Club.
No, just, well, I guess it would be the he-man. Or the he-woman? Or the she-man? She-man?
Woman Hater. I guess the power button's in. That doesn't look right, but alright. Whatever. Let's plug up the LCDD. The DDD. LC double DD. I'm gonna see if I can just hit some power to it and see if she shows anything here. Boom! 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 I know I don't have the DC power supply hooked up, so sorry. I'm just testing this out real quick, see if it works. Heavy beetle. Oh, it's doing something. Oh, looky there. We're charging. It wouldn't do that before. Well, how about them apples? Pulling 1 amp too. Pulling 1 amp and charging. Look, power button, charging logo. That doesn't mean it'll turn on, but we've taken 1 step forward. Because when it came in, it wouldn't even do that. It would not charge, it would not pull any amperage at all. Paul Daniels is here. Where you at, Paul? I see you, Paul. This is going to take forever. I'm wondering if I can just hook up my DC power supply and inject voltage and make it turn on. I'm sure this battery is completely dead. So I'm going to try to do that. I'm going to try to inject voltage and see if it'll work. Oh yeah! Bow. Da, 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 da. Paula Daniels. This isn't your iPad, Anthony, by the way. I still haven't worked on yours yet. Anthony's like, oh, damn it, man. Come on, dog. Yours is next, actually. This one was came in before yours did. Alright, so we got 4.2 volts. Let's see here. Let's hook up some voltage to it. This is going to be difficult to do.
That said 40 for Tracy's too, and it's just, and he'll do a new frame on it too.
I don't know if I can do this way. Looks like I'm just going to have to charge the battery. I'm just going to let this one charge while we dick with Anthony's next one here. Which one did you take apart, Micah? The white one or black one for Anthony?
What do you mean?
He has
Why
two.
black? You racist? Black.
You call me racist and you took apart the white one first?
Typical.
You racist son of a bitch. Alright, so I'm going to set this off to the side and let this charge. Hopefully it'll charge up all the way and turn on. It's pulling an amp, so I know it's charging the battery at least. Does not mean it'll charge up and turn on, but we've at least got it to do that. Alright. Hand me that whiteboard. That whiteboard. Yeah, I would just either run a virtual machine or run dual boot. God damn, son, you bend the board a little bit there. Try not doing that. I'm actually gonna have to snag my power from that one for now. Let's see what this does.
Seth blew a kiss at me.
Telling me better stop it. I'll whoop his ass. Take him outside and beat him. Alright, let's see. So we had a short on 3v3 on the other one. Let's see what this one's doing. Be kind of funny. What if it has the same short? It does. So this board has the exact same short that I just did. The 3.3 volt line is shorted to ground on this one also. I wonder if this is a common fault on the iPad minis that don't charge. Like that's the 3.3 volt line we just fixed on the other one. And it's also 0 ohm short to ground. The magnets on the glass, they're for the smart cover to latch onto when you close it. So yeah, this one has a short on 3v3 also. Let's see if it gets hot in the PMIC just like the other one did. If it does, I'll have to order a new PMIC because actually no, I've got some more donor boards. Just a lot of work. Kind of sucks. You never put them back? Well, if they don't use the smart covers, then they won't ever know. I never understood this piece of Kapton tape. I guess they were worried about it shorting out against the top cover. Alright, so let's solder a wire on here and inject 3.3 volts and see what happens. Micah, do you have a lightning cable?
Lightning?
Yeah, can you charge this back there? See if it charges up and turns on.
You sit there like something.
It won't. It won't ever fall, Micah. You're talking about the coil that always looks burnt, and it's not. That's just part of the manufacturing. They all look like that. Everybody thinks that it's a burnt coil, but it's not. I think Jessa did a stream too, and somebody's like, that coil's burnt. No, it's not. It's just what they look like. You'll see them on other devices too. They look the same on every device. Okay, so I got my wire tinned. Let's add some flux so this will actually flow. There we go. Okay, we got our wire ran. Let's go ahead and tin the other end. Alright, now we'll hook up our power supply to the 3.3 line.
PNC. It's 7 o'clock. Okay. Okay, you should, yeah, we should still be here. Okay, thanks. Someone's coming to pick up their phone. They're picking up someone. Pick up their phone.
Alright, time for freeze spray. So I need to take this thermal pad off here, because the CPU has this 3.3 line under it, so we need to see if it's under there or not. Okay, let that freeze up, and then you all tell me if you see the short. I have a feeling it's going to be right here. This inductor will melt, and then this will melt. That's my bet. The inductor will get hot first, and then PMIC will melt. Alright, here we go. Inductor melted, and we didn't get PMIC melt yet. Hold on, we started thawing out there too fast. Maybe we'll get lucky and it won't be PMIC this time. Alright, here we go. Inductor melted. Yep, there it is. Right there. Same exact spot. PMIC is shorted underneath. So this has to be a common fault, unless it's just fucking coincidence that two of them have the exact same fault. I don't think so. I think that this is probably a common issue with the iPad minis, and why a lot of no charge situations tend to be this, and why a lot of people don't offer fixes for them. Because PMIC replacement is not fun on these. Let me see. I'll have to get a donor PMIC first. Let's see if this one was shorted internally on the IC. I assume it is. I mean, as soon as we took it off, it went away. So it's one of these solder balls on the inside here. Let me see, I can actually look it up and see which one it is. So it's the fourth one down. So it's this one, and then everything around it is ground. But now it's not shorted. It's also supposed to have 3 corresponding pads here, but that may be on the board, not internal to the IC. Let's see which pads those are. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. These 3 here, well, they're not internally grounded either. That doesn't make any sense. This was showing short on that line. What's going on? Meyerwalk. Is it Meyerwalk Gaming? So the PMIC is not showing short off the board now. That doesn't make any sense, because that would mean that they would have to have some type of physical damage to cause the short. Unless heating it up caused the short to leave. I mean, it is dead short to ground right now.
Yeah? Work right now? Yeah, why?
I'm going to heat the PMIC up just a little bit and see what happens. Not enough to melt it, but just enough to get it hot.
I haven't had a chance to check that out. I was gonna do it tomorrow.
Okay, I get it warm.
That's fine. I can do one thing, but I didn't check it.
Yeah, it's still dead short. Alright, well. Anthony, do you want us to go ahead and do a PMIC on this one? I may have to order them. It may take a little while. Unless I can pull one off another board and reball it. Looks like our sub count hasn't updated like it should be.
It just got wired. It's got wired directly. Yeah.
Let's turn it off and back on.
Alright. Okay.
It's still alright. Anthony, the iPad I just fixed had the same fault, and it's charging now. I don't know if it's going to turn on, but it's charging up.
When we going to do the wiring, the wiring stuff. Okay, because I was going to be gone.
I'm going to go ahead and take the PMIC off and see what happens. If we can get it off without fucking the pads too much, then we'll go ahead and we'll pull PMIC and reball it. The Festivus for the rest of us.
I'm gonna play a festival this weekend. Huh? It's just a free festival. I don't know if any bands can play or anything, paid or anything. We're opening the whole damn thing, so we gotta be up there by noon, and it's about an hour and a half, or an hour and 45 minutes away from Caneville, so we have to wake up extremely early and head out there. I won't. I haven't seen him come in yet. I'll check the mail, but I haven't seen him come in yet. I know, but that one thing said it did, unless it went to someone else's house and they haven't brought it over to our house yet. We got a package from one of our neighbors that we never. I don't have the time to take it over to them. I don't know where they live. Unless I would.
I don't know where they live. It's on the package.
Then Atlas ate a
Alright.
package. Hillary like sent me pictures of dresses. She's like, this is what was
I told
in.
Hillary to put it back in the mailbox.
That's what
She
I
did.
told her. I just put in my return to sender.
Yeah. It's a little late for that now. It's been how long it's been sitting inside our house.
Well, she said Atlas got a hold of the package or something.
Huh?
I think she just wanted to open it. She probably was just like, because she sent me a picture of the dress, those dresses or whatever. It had a bathing suit and a dress in it. One of the packages did.
She opened it?
She said Atlas
Federal
Oh, Atlas
offense.
did.
That's what she said.
That's what she said. Atlas.
I kept
opened
telling
it.
her because she had it in her car. I was like, why don't, I said, you know, just throw it on their porch or something. And she was like, oh, I never remember. I was like, then shove it back in your mailbox. And then she took it in the house and she said Atlas ripped it open a little. She's like, but it's really pretty dress. I was like, you fucking thief. I said, put it in a Walmart bag and take it and throw it on their porch. Now that
The
it's,
dog ripped it open.
yeah. Hello.
How's it going?
Good. You call a second ago?
Yeah.
What's the phone and the name?
Corey Thompson's G4.
Okay. Is it on the back or is it over here?
Yeah, it's sitting on my desk.
You find it, I'll never find it. Oh, wait.
There you go.
Did you figure out was it the sensor thing again?
Yeah, it's a sensor, yeah.
Okay.
Is it-
I'll be in yours.
No.
Oh,
Okay. No, okay. Did y'all go ahead and put it on form for that G4 back camera to order in?
No, we haven't ordered it yet, but I'll have her go ahead and place it.
Alright, thank you.
No problem.
I'll
what is it?
Okay. G4 rear camera.
Rear camera.
Mm-hmm. Let's see, how many pads did we lift and are they needed? Okay, let's see. ZXW, tell me what we did. These two are NC. This one is NC. These two are NC. These three are NC. These three are NC. That one's NC, so that's it. So far we look good. We haven't lifted any pads that are necessary yet, which is good. So I'm going to put some leaded solder on here. What's that?
What does it look like with the black? It was black, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Is this it?
If it says G4 camera, then yeah.
Rear camera, bezel, frame cover, and glass lens.
It needs to be the actual camera.
Oh. G4 main rear back camera flex parts.
Yeah, most likely.
Is the outside okay?
I have no idea. Just go ahead and order both. I'm sure I'll run into another one. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and wick it this time. And see if I can get those pads wicked down so we don't knock them off. It lifted a few more, but with that kind of lift, I would say they're still NC also. Usually pads that have a trace attached to them, running solder over them is not going to pick them up. So we're going to wick out what we can here. Okay. I'm also going to try using my hot tweezers. I'm going to zoom in pretty close to see if I can clean it out this way. I'm going to open the tweezers up so I can go in between these pads. Bag came off there. There's a lot more underfill on this one than there was on the last. Two more pads that lifted there. Not sure if this is more efficient or more time consuming, if it's no difference in how it's going to react. Let's try it with the wick. Although I feel like the wick might be a little intrusive. Let's just put down a good amount of flux and see what happens. Okay, let's clean that up. Yeah, the iPad mini LCD is fun to get out. Once you kind of figure out how to do it though, it's fairly easy. We use really thin plastic to slide underneath, usually like packing plastic or something. Like the little bags, plastic bags that things come in that are somewhat stiff but not like crazy stiff. Those do a really good job of getting in there and removing the screen without damaging anything.
Turn the light out. Yeah.
We gotta pay him.
Oh.
Run down the list, Micah.
iPhone 5S screen.
Okay.
MacBook keyboard.
Okay.
Dell virus removal.
Okay.
XP machine plays DVDs.
Okay.
iPhone 6 Flex.
Okay.
And then format that laptop.
Alright. $80.
How many?
80.
That's all I had. Need to take. There's like no money in there. Like a few ones.
I know.
I'll go over to his bank tomorrow
Okay.
and get some change.
Take your damn money, Micah.
Take it or I'm throwing it in the trash.
It's going in the trash, Micah. Trash can, Micah. Micah's getting a trash can. Trash can, Micah. Alright, let's check the needed pad count here. So, let's go here. So these two here are NC, this is NC, this is NC, these two are NC. All these are NC. Yep, every single one of those are NC. This one here is 1, 2, 3, 4 NC, NC.
See you guys tomorrow.
See ya.
Yeah.
And this one over here is NC. So all of them are NC pads. That's good.
So we don't doubt.
We don't need any of those. Let's clean up a little more of this. Micah's trying to wreck his table.
Mm-hmm. See ya.
Bye.
Later. Welcome back, Micah. Bye, Micah.
Chris loves you.
Love you in your butt again. Yep, I just lifted a pad I needed. Good job, Chris. Jumper wire incoming. It's the only thing about using the tweezers. The tweezers don't carry enough heat through the tips. So if I catch a pad and it melts a little and then I move off of it too fast, it will lift with it. So I was trying not to touch the actual pad. I was trying to stay on the underfill, but it was not as successful. Alright, so that's good enough. Let's check that line, see what it is. 3-volt TriStar. Can't sleep, so he popped in. Well, welcome. Welcome to the late night stream, Paul. Alright, so let's see what we damaged here. Hopefully it's ground and we won't have to worry about it. Nope, it is important. Does it have a VIA? Yes, it does. Woo! Thank you. So luckily this has a VIA right next to it. So we can just run this little jumper. And we should be good to go. Put a jumper wire down. Little flux down. Okay, we're going to take a jumper wire and tin it. So you want to tin your jumpers because it's going to make it easier to tack them down. If you don't tin them, it can be a nightmare. This isn't going to be a very long jumper, so I don't have to tin much. We're going to tin our pad and hopefully get our wire down before we lose it here. Alright, so got it attached. Cut our wire. Let's clean this. Flux. What's up, Paul Daniels? What's up, Paul Dar? What's up, Paul TB12? Everybody, we got all the Pauls. If you want a Paul, you've come to the right place. You get a Paul. You get a Paul. You get a Paul. Everyone gets a Paul. Okay, so we've got our little jumper made there. We need to coat that. Plenty of Pauls in Australia. It seems to be the most famous name on the internet right now. The Pauls have come to take over the stream. Pauls to the wall. I'm appalled. We got the puns in here too. Paul puns. Paul Punions. Paul Punions. Let this cure. Unfortunately, we don't have a PMIC pre-balled ready to roll on this one. So this may be the end of a stream. I didn't get to do many iPhones, did I? I can't remember how we reballed the last one. I think I had to do it like in 2 different reballs. It was kind of a pain. I'm going to check that other one and see if it is working. And then I'm going to order me some PMICs for the iPad mini. Alright, so let's go check the other iPad mini and see what it's doing, see if it turned on, see if it's fucked up, see what happened. I have more confidence in this one working due to the fact we haven't lifted as much. Well, it's only one more pad extra than the other one, but the less pads lifted, the more confident I am. But let me go grab that other one and see what we have.
I'm gonna go to the post office and then go home.
Okay, I'm about to leave.
I feel awesome.
You know?
I feel unawesome.
Unawesome? Kenna feels awesome back here. Don't you, Kenna?
Mm-hmm.
Don't you wish your Kenna was hot like me? Don't you? Don't you wish your Kenna was hot like me? There's more. You got both packages? Okay, I'm about to leave.
And I have State Farm insurance.
I know, it's about broken. Well, you were being too aggressive. Love you. Alrighty. The other one still says it's charging, which I can believe. It was at 2.2 volts when I got here. We'll hope that it turns on. While I'm sitting here, I'm going to go ahead and order. I have a 6S Plus screen here. Oh well. I'm going to go ahead and order the PMICs for the iPad mini. Let's see who has them. Who has them? Let's see if Micro Soldering Supply has them.
So I will be at bed now, night.
Who's going to bed? I didn't see who sent it, but somebody said they're going to bed. Whoever it was, you have a wonderful night. Alright, Micro Soldering Supply. Do you have iPad Mooney? iPad Mooney. Does you have the iPad Mooney PMIC? You don't. He does not have the PMIC. Alright, so eBay it is. eBay. Can be done. Let's see if eBay has PMIC. Alright, so PMIC is not listed, so we're probably going to have to use like Power IC maybe. Yep, Power IC brought it up. And the only option is from China. Let's do US only, see if there's anything. They have TriStars. They have them in the United Kingdom. So it looks like the only option is from China, so I'm going to have to contact my China supplier. Which means it'll be 3 days, possibly Monday before I see them. So, Anthony looks like it's going to come from the China land. Unless I can reball one tomorrow. I guess I can. It's not fun to do. Anthony, it's not fun. I'm telling you. It's not fun, Anthony. Gosh, Anthony. I need to get an iPad stencil. I'm going to reball these fuckers. Yeah, I think so. I think it's iPad first gen. I'm not going to scavenge that. I've got parts boards if we need to scavenge a PMIC to reball. The problem is just I don't have a stencil for the reball, so I have to like reball half of it and then kind of like reball the other half and then fix what fucks up. Usually some solder balls get squished and shit in the middle and then I have to do them by hand. Do I pyramid reball? No, not usually. It doesn't seem to get a really consistent reball in a chip like the PMIC. Since there's so many close proximity pads, I worry that if one of these is just not the right size, that we're gonna have a nightmare on our hands. I could try it, but I can use the stencil and reball it. It's a pain in the dick. Alright, I'll pull a PMIC tomorrow and see if I can reball it. Just to get it done. That way we can get it out of here. But I'm going to order some anyway. So I have them. Because if that's the common fault, getting the IC off and placing it seems not to be a really hard issue. It's mostly just everything after that. Alex is blowing me up with AliExpress links. Gosh, Alex, I know. Jeez. God. I got my diodes and my filters in today after I dumped half of them on the ground. I'm filled back up with ICs. I'm happy about that. So I got all my ICs back. But anyway, thank you all for watching. It's kind of a short stream today. Sorry, it was kind of busy. We did get 2.5 MacBooks done. I got some I got some iPhone shit done. I put the 6S back together that we were gonna see if we get everything working on it. And then I got that one iPad done. What else did we do? Screen replacements. Oh, today was busy. Not as busy as yesterday, but still pretty busy. I've got a bunch to do. I've got 3 phones from Lauren to finish up, which are all NAND, I'm sure. I've got mail-in from, I think it's Duncan, from eWireless. I've got 3 more over here. And then we've got this iPad, the other iPad, and the fucking HD, whatever the fuck it is, Kindle. We got to do that too. So as soon as we get a little close to being caught up, we get knocked back again. What I'm going to do is probably do the iPad in the morning, and then I'll do Lauren's NAND stuff to get it done and out. And then I'm going to work on Duncan and the other stuff that came in, and then the Kindle will probably be thrown to Micah to look at, and Micah will pull it apart, kind of get an idea what's going on with it, and then I'll take a look at it. But anyway, I'm going to head home, and I've also got to work on this one tomorrow. This is that one that has the weird amp draw. If I'm going to replace TriStar. Well, actually, TriStar's fine. I'm going to replace Tigris. If that doesn't fix it, I'm just going to tell them I don't have a clue. I don't have time to go through the whole board and try to figure out one component out of a billion that's going to be bad. Just not feasible. But anyway, I will see you all later, and I'm sure we'll be streaming tomorrow. I should also have my reduction lens tomorrow, so hopefully we'll be able to see a little more down here. Because right now, like, this viewing angle, like one finger widths wide viewing angle, just doesn't cut it. So hopefully that'll fix that, but I will see you all later. Thanks for watching. Have a good night.